It's Transformers960 with another video review. This time we have a kind of pre-Comic-Con video. At the moment of filming this, no official images of Comic-Con have come out, so we don't know the products that are on display. In this video I'll be talking about the film's premium from DC Collectibles DC line, basically. So just the movie characters. They did show a few more, but they aren't associated with the movie, so I'm not going to be talking about them now. So let's go over it. First of all, we'll start off with the Batman v Superman figures. They did show Suicide Squad ones, which I'll be talking about next here. So for Batman v Superman, they showed Aquaman, Batman in his regular costume, and then the Knightmare Batman. These are very cool. This basically completes the ones that they've showed before, because they showed Superman, Armored Batman, Wonder Woman, and Lex Luthor before. So these are basically the ones that they were missing. They all look very good. This film's premium line does look like a really nice line. The only thing I don't like about it as a whole, as like, you know, a toy line as a whole, is the fact that they do have really increased prices, because they look like they're just as good as quality as any of DC Collectibles' other items, and their other items usually are $25. So these retail for $40 to $45. No, actually, I take that back. They retail from $45 to $50 actually, which is an extremely high price. They've basically doubled the prices for this line, and they seem to look just as good as the regular line, and they seem to come with the same amount of accessories. The only real difference I see with this line is the fact that their cape figures do seem to have real fabric capes that have wires in them, which is quite nice, but obviously that's just a very few amount of figures. You know, you get some of the Krypton characters and then Batman, basically. But from the ones that they showed here, they look great. These look like images of the figures, but at a very early prototype stage, because they don't have any joints on them yet. So I don't know if these are renders or if they're actual printed out, you know, prototypes just without articulation. They look like they're physical objects, because these look a lot better than just a digital mock-up. So I believe that they are actually real there. But overall, looking great. Obviously, I can't attest to any articulation because we can't see the joints. However, they do look like really nice figures. The Knightmare Batman looks good. Arms look a bit small, especially when you compare him with the Batman standing in front of him. That might just be the angle. However, you know, it is something I did notice. He looks cool. I'm sure he'll come with that signature gun with the Joker card stuck in it. Batman looks really nice. The only thing I don't like is how far the cape like kind of poofs out at his shoulders. They should drape like over his shoulders instead of like go past his shoulders. It does look very strange. It might just be the picture there. It might in person drape very nicely, or the wires there so you could make it drape nicely yourself. But overall, that looks like a really nice Batman figure. Definitely like that a lot. I might consider that one. Then we have Aquaman. He looks a bit plain without any of his accessories. The head sculpt looks really extravagant, really nice, but the rest of him looks pretty plain. His tattoos look very much like they're just printed on him, just like they are on his pants. You know, on his body, they don't look like tattoos or whatever the Aquaman equivalent of tattoos are. He looks like a nice figure. I think decked out with his trident and stuff, he's going to look quite impressive. And obviously, as a main member of the Justice League, he'll be a must-have. Talking about the ones that I personally find more interesting, just because I'm a bigger Suicide Squad fan than I am, just like Justice League, is 3 new Suicide Squad figures. Originally, they showed Harley Quinn and El Diablo quite a while ago when they premiered this line of premium film figures. And when they showed Harley Quinn, she's an obvious one to make, but when they showed El Diablo, that was basically everybody's cue that they would be doing the whole team, because El Diablo is not a really big character in this movie. He's on the lower side of importance, so it does make sense that they would, if they're going to do El Diablo, they'll do the other ones as well. And here's further confirmation of that with Captain Boomerang, Katana, and Killer Croc. Very excited. Until now, there has only been Mattel that's been willing to make these 3 figures. And if you wanted these figures in the scale with articulation, you know, you basically were out of luck at this point. And so it is nice to see that at least one really good company is going to be making them. Hopefully, Figure Arts and Metafix will make them in the future. However, it is nice to see that DC Collectibles is stepping up to the plate and doing them first. Overall, looking like quite good figures. The only issue I have with them from a visual standpoint at the moment is the fact that both Captain Boomerang and Killer Croc's, their legs look a bit small. Not quite in the height range department, just when they get down to the feet, they seem to become really quite small, and the ankles look very skinny. I'm hoping that that's just for the prototype images, and the actual finalized products don't look this way. That would be definitely disappointing if they do, considering with the Justice League figures, as you can see, that does not seem to be an issue. With the Batman and Aquaman, they look like they have very nicely proportioned legs and everything, so I'm hoping that is just the angle, or just that these are at an early stage of their prototype figures. As you can see, these do not have the articulation on them either, and I'm very happy that they did go with the hoodie for Killer Croc. I'd much rather have that than his shirtless look. I think he looks cooler with the hoodie, and the hoodie has some really nice detail work on it, with like Croc, kind of designs on them with the scales and everything like that. And Captain Boomerang, I'm quite excited about. It's a character I'm really excited about for this new movie, and I was getting worried that his merchandise would be extremely limited up until now. So I'm very happy to see that we will be getting him. As for the future, I really do hope that they show more than this at Comic-Con. I mean, this is a nice assortment. However, considering Suicide Squad is about to come out, I would definitely love to see even unpainted prototypes of Joker, and obviously the last one of the actual crew, which would be Deadshot. They could do Rick Flag. I could care less about Rick Flag, though. Even if they made him, he's not worth the $45 price tag that they're going to be charging for him, so I'd definitely skip him anyway. And then fingers crossed they do make Enchantress. I think that out of every toy line, Enchantress has the best chance of getting a figure in the DC Collectibles assortment. She's not going to get one from Mattel, most likely. I seriously doubt Figure Arts or Mefex will make her as well, so this would be her best bet, and I would be very happy to see her get a figure in the scale as well. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the new shown figures from DC Collectibles, from their Films Premium line, their movie figures of Suicide Squad with Captain Boomerang, Katana, and Killer Croc, and their Batman v Superman line of Aquaman, regular Batman, and Knightmare Batman. Let me know what you guys think of these figures. Can't wait to see the next assortment that they have up at Comic-Con, and thanks so much for watching.